Welcome to Cricket Center. It's the Indian Premier League Season 7 and the analysis for you after the first week is about how teams have taken on and whatever trend that has emerged from there. Toss has been a big factor and teams that have won the toss have decided to put the opposition in. And as you can see, most teams have won doing that by chasing targets down. Well, essentially it's about the power play overs and how well you've managed that. And I would say the Chennai Super Kings have managed it well, so has Kings 11 Punjab. And it's primarily to do with what kind of batsman you want to go with up at the top of the order. The overseas players have done exceptionally well. They've struck form. And with Dwayne Smith and Brendan McCullum doing the job for Chennai Super Kings, it's no real surprise that they're right at the top when it comes to the power play overs. And I would say Kings 11 Punjab have the advantage of the Sehwag factor, and not to forget the phenomenal form that Glenn Maxwell has been in. What are the teams that are languishing at the bottom of that table when it comes to the power play overs? You look at the Delhi Daredevils and also Kolkata Knight Riders. Well, Kolkata Knight Riders, I would say, have managed well enough with their middle order being really strong. There's Jack Ellis, don't forget, and Manish Pandey doing exceptionally well. Well, the other aspect is also about death bowling. Death bowling is an issue for most teams, and I think that's the reason why they decide to bowl first and look forward to chasing targets down. You can see from here, in the death overs, teams have averaged not so well, but well enough for Chennai Super Kings leading that pack and Kings 11 Punjab a close second. So these two teams, I think they've had the act together, pretty much have compacted the strategy, how to open the innings and how to finish it. And we have the issue of Mumbai Indians starting well but finishing badly. So teams will have to make sure that they start well and also need to finish well. I'm also talking about the batting and the bowling put together, because when you talk about how well you bat in the power play overs, it's also how well you bowl in the power play overs. And I think when you're batting first and the opposition is thinking what kind of arsenal I must use to contain these overseas players who are in top form. And those are little things which I'm sure going into week 2, they will sort it out for sure, because it's only an emerging trend from here, and we're also coming across teams chasing and then falling short by a very, very big margin. And we are yet to see close matches being played. There have been comfortable chases, and all that in the first week has been interesting. But we want to watch close games for sure, you and me, and that's going to happen clearly going into the second phase, because you're looking at teams strategizing, and we're talking about power play overs, and we're talking about death batting. All that will be sorted out with the right man to fit the right role, and each one will be given a significant role to play. Will definitely significantly improve going into the second phase out there. 3 different grounds, and we have seen the foreigners doing well all round, and the overseas players have come in so handy for these teams. Top of the chart, obviously, you've been listening to Glenn Maxwell most of the time, and Mumbai Indians will be feeling, oh, we should have retained him for sure. And that hasn't happened, and they've let go of such an exceptional, explosive talent. And the reason, if you read between lines to some of those interviews that young man has given, he said, I want a permanent slot in the playing 11. That's one thing probably Mumbai Indians couldn't promise him, and happier lot are the Kings 11 Punjab for that. And talking about 3 different grounds that are being played, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and Sharjah, I think it's very clear how the matches and how they've panned out. You see Dubai, the scoring rate's not been great, either at the power play, the middle overs, or in the death. And somewhere in the middle is Abu Dhabi, and towards the end you can see Sharjah. The towers are really, really tall, and that's where the scoring pattern's been really high. Let me just add one little information for you. There's sixes. We all go out there to the cricket field to watch sixes. At Dubai, it's been 2 per innings. At Abu Dhabi, it's been 4 per innings. And immediately, there's a huge jump. It's Sharjah. And Sharjah, it's been 9 per innings. And that, let me tell you, is the smallest of the 3 grounds. And talking about overseas players, again, for a moment, I must say that the average between overseas players and the difference to some of the Indian players out there is remarkably high. 33.8 is the batting average for the overseas players, and the strike rate of 135. And it's in contrast, rather pale is what the Indians have done so far, but they're likely to pick up going into the second phase because they'll get used to the conditions quickly. And teams would like to win at least 3 games out of 5 that they play out there. And no problem so far for Kings 11 Punjab or the Royal Challengers Bangalore. They have a clean slate so far, and they'll just have to make sure that they push a little harder and get as many as they can. And once they do that, the others are left lagging behind. Once you come back to India for the second phase, it's going to be an issue for teams catching up, because up front, you get as many wins, it's lesser pressure for the qualification status. And top performers for the season so far, it's been, from the Indian talent point of view, I think, particularly in the bowling front, you have Chahal, who's done exceptionally well, Akshar Patel, the left-arm spinner, and Akshar Patel, I think, in a winning course, he's done it, and the left-arm spinner can also be a very, very useful batsman to follow. And so far, that's what has happened. We also have these established stars in Lakshmipati Balaji coming in handy with the ball. There's been a day where he picks up 4 wickets. That is very good for Indian cricket also, because the fans are also looking at mostly Indians doing well. Now, we also have for you one big aspect that's coming up. That's it's called the Week-1 All-Star 11. Now, what are the names that I have for you? Now, up front, you want to see Dwayne Smith, and alongside Parthiv Patel. Well, this is also, you might say, is Parthiv an explosive opening batsman, or is he taken because he can also keep wickets? So Parthiv Patel will open the innings with Dwayne Smith, and we go along, take Manish Pandey at 3, Glenn Maxwell. Well, what else is he going to give us for the rest of the season? That will be heartburn for Mumbai Indians, and I'm not rubbing in too deep, but deep enough. It's going to be JP Dumini at number 5. MS Dhoni, not just because he can captain the team, he's a 3-dimensional asset to any side. He's a great finisher, he's a wonderful, astute thinker in the game, and such an athlete. I think you would want to have him, and he can just change the course of the game anytime. So that's why Dhoni is there. And Ashwin and Nareen, there will be a spinning component that you want to have. Nareen, well, nobody really knows what he bowls, and primarily batsmen have been bamboozled by what he does. And Ashwin is such a very steady performer. Chahal or Akshar Patel, one of them. It's your choice, because you want to have one young Indian cricketer out there. It's very difficult to choose for me. The young leg spinner from Haryana has done well from an economy rate that's stand out. Akshar Patel's done things by picking up wickets, although his economy is a lot higher than what Chahal is to offer. Is about 6.33, but the wickets that he's picked up has been in a winning cause. So choose it. Akshar Patel can also bat, and these are 2 young men you want to have in the team. Down bottom of that chart, you want to have 2 young fast bowlers. You'll have to have 2 Indian fast bowlers there. Unadkat, the left-arm seamer, and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar's got a stunning economy rate, so he's swinging the ball well, making the batsman struggle up front, and his death over has been quite classic as well. So that's what we have for week 1, and keep joining us at all times, and also send in your reviews as and when you can, because we want to have the reviews at all times. Be with us.